What's happening in the Commonwealth? For context, in Episode 3 of Fallout Season 2, during their flight, Xander, a paladin from the Commonwealth, says this to Maximus.
I'll be honest with you, man. We are really up against it back home. Without that relic you found, we risk losing the Commonwealth.
Losing the Commonwealth to what? Now, all things considered, Xander could have just been lying or blowing the situation out of proportion. But for the sake of this video, let's say the Brotherhood is losing. But to who? Now, there are two possible threats I can think of, one of them being more likely than the other, so let's start with the less likely of the two.
General, I think it's time to deal with the Brotherhood.
In Fallout 4, there are two endings in the game where the Brotherhood don't have to be destroyed. The Brotherhood ending, obviously, and the Minutemen ending. Let's say the Minutemen won, destroying the Institute. This means they have a sizable military force and the popularity of the Wastelanders. By the end of a Minutemen game, the Minutemen are effectively the military government of most settlements in the region and are responsible for their protection. With this in mind, hostilities between the Brotherhood and the Minutemen are bound to flare up. With no one to challenge them technologically, the Brotherhood would resume their normal operations and begin seizing all technology in the Commonwealth. This would ultimately lead to clashing with the settlements of the region, with them calling on support from the Minutemen to take action against the Brotherhood. Alternatively, the Brotherhood could have seen the Minutemen as a threat, with them destroying the Institute and having a fortress equipped with powerful artillery in range of the Prydwen. You can see in-game that the Minutemen's artillery can destroy the Prydwen in seconds when caught off guard. With such a threat present, the Brotherhood would not hesitate to launch a preemptive strike against them, kicking off a war. No matter how the war starts, the Minutemen would have the Brotherhood on the back foot, most likely due to their aforementioned artillery and support from all the settlements. The Minutemen would constantly have the Brotherhood on the move, being able to destroy any of their outposts and possibly the Prydwen from afar with artillery, along with being able to outnumber any small vertibird strike teams.
These power-armored Boy Scouts are nothing more than common criminals with access to some antiquated technology.
Now it's time for the more plausible option. In the next-gen update of Fallout 4, it added a short quest, Echoes of the Past. This quest is usually triggered when the player is attacked by a small team of Enclave soldiers. These soldiers carry orders stating to eliminate the player and recover Enclave technology in their possession. Throughout the quest, you work to destroy the Enclave's small presence in the Commonwealth. What you might notice during this quest is that the Enclave in the region seems to be a small detachment in search of its lost technology. With this in mind, it's safe to say some larger form of Enclave forces and command must exist elsewhere, and with the defeat of their recovery team, they would take a keen interest in the Commonwealth. Perhaps the Enclave was interested in the population of the region, wanting to use the Commonwealth as a staging ground to reclaim America, or maybe out of hatred towards the filthy mutants who were able to steal their technology and defeat their forces. No matter the reason, the Enclave begins a full-scale invasion of the region. It's likely the Minutemen didn't win, as a combined Minutemen and Brotherhood force would be able to keep the Enclave at bay by using the same tactics I mentioned prior against the Enclave, meaning the Brotherhood would have to fight alone at a significant disadvantage. Unlike Fallout 3, the Brotherhood isn't fighting the Enclave on their home turf. They're fighting far from their own base of operations in DC, where soldiers and manufactured weapons would have to be flown in to support the garrison in the Commonwealth. And lastly, an Enclave invasion is much more likely of the two, considering the fact that the show is leaning towards the Enclave being the main villains of the series. Again.
What do you suppose your Brotherhood would do with infinite power?
Now, how does cold fusion play into the situation, you may ask? Well, as mentioned before, the Brotherhood's main force is occupied in DC, which is over 400 miles away from Boston, and in a war that the Brotherhood is already losing, it would cause major logistical issues. These issues would mainly rest in powering vertibirds and the airships needed to make the frequent trips to and from the Commonwealth for desperately needed soldiers and weapons to fight the Enclave. We know that in the Fallout universe, fossil fuels are effectively extinct, meaning the Brotherhood needs to manufacture microfusion cells and fusion cores to power their entire army. In the show, you can even see that Quintus uses the cold fusion to produce a mass amount of fusion cores. I know it's probably not Bethesda's intention to have like some kind of little bread trail you can put together to figure out what's happening, but videos like these, they're still fun to make, you know, theorize about the universe and stuff like that, and it can even serve as probably like ideas for the, you know, ideas for the story. But what are your thoughts on the video? What do you think about my theory? What are your own theories? I'd love to hear it. I kind of struggle with scripts and, you know, reading them out and stuff. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, commented. If you didn't enjoy it,